have said before, if you are here illegally and you commit a crime, you should be turned over to immigration, true?
Yes.
What about a family who's been here for decades, working, oftentimes paying taxes with kids in school, and you have a teenager who vandalizes a school? Do you turn them and their family into ICE?
Jessica, that is feeding right into the mayor's campaign of fear.
But what bar do you have?
But I just said, my policy, my plan is specifically about somebody who is arrested for a crime that's here illegally. I'm not surprised that the mayor brought up President Trump. It's his favorite thing to do to try to inject fear. Mayor, let me say this to you about when you bring up President Trump. You know, when we look at our crime problem, when we look at our homeless problem, we had that problem when President Trump was in office. We had these same problems when Joe Biden was in office. This is not about President Biden. This is not about President Trump. Mayor, this is about you. And I've made it very clear it's not about roundups. Jessica, we have one of the most violent crime rates as a city in the nation. We have to direct our officers' resources and time on cleaning up the mess that the mayor has created in the last 8 years. It has nothing to do with roundups, and I've said that time and time again. He talks about props. You talk about political props. Just listen. He talks about political props. He is using our immigrant community as a prop to inject fear just so he can get reelected. That's sad.
But this is someone who's committed a crime. If they have a teenager who has vandalized a school, they've committed a crime, would you turn in their family?
No, absolutely not. And Jessica, I didn't do it when I was sheriff. Again, I was there for the Secure Communities program under President Obama. And it was only people who were arrested. But let me also say one other thing. You know what we found when we were making those arrests and using the Obama plan? Most of the people, like that Venezuelan, most of the people that are here illegally committing crimes, the victims are the immigrant community, because they know or they think that they won't tell, and they won't report it. And no, this is not. I made it very, very clear. It's not about roundups. It's not about President Trump. It's about public safety. That's it.
Mr. Keller, one final question. What would you say to all of our citizens, this came from a viewer, with dark hair and brown skin, to reassure us that we and our kids aren't going to be targeted for unconstitutional detention, arrest, and deportation? Mr. Keller?
Well, the first thing I would say is that you have to understand the coded language that Darren is using. If you want to arrest the homeless, if you want ICE to look at everyone, those are all his words. You want to unshackle the police, and you want to end our immigrant-friendly status, and you want to have more traffic stops. That is literally the Trump playbook all across the country. You cannot support him for mayor. I will at least walk the walk, which what I've been doing now for 20 years, which is making sure that everyone is treated the same in our city, regardless of their status. That's how we protect our families. That's the moral choice, and it's the choice that I've made dozens of times across my career, so you know that I will stick with that choice.
Mr. Keller, thank you. We're going to move on to our next topic now.